Good morning, everybody. This is Tonetta coming to you with a tea time live this morning. I'm actually doing this video just to let you all know why I'm doing this and what's my vision for this, for my show. I guess I'd say that. The reason why I'm doing tea time, actually not just tea time, but why I'm doing the live videos as well. I started doing live videos back in the fall of 2000. Let me see, 16. That was my first actual video. I think it was that December. Actually, it was my first actual video, and that was in Live Masters with Mike Chavez. And I was so nervous, so nervous. Of course, I created this like my little secret little group so I can kind of do my videos in there and kind of get used to like all the functions on the camera and stuff like that. But I started then, thanks to a friend's recommendation for me to join that group. As far as me actually doing the live videos and then now to this tea time to this actual show, when I first started doing the live videos, when I first really got into it, it was actually not just random videos, that kind of thing, but it was actually that was in January of last year. Am I saying that right? Actually, I started 2017, the videos, but last year, last January, February, that's when I first started getting really, really into doing all the lives and telling my story. I think I mentioned in a few videos before that was the first time that I have actually told most of my story. I guess I put it that way on video, or actually on video, in person, however you want to say it. I did do a when I was in Toastmasters, I did do a what is it called? An icebreaker in there, where I did, of course, tell some of my story, that kind of thing, but it wasn't that much in depth. But in doing these videos, they have given me the platform to do so. I've done, I don't know how many videos I've done. I've never even counted the videos, but I've done a lot of videos as far as me learning how to tell my story, learning how to speak the truth that I know that is my own truth, and letting you all know what my experiences and my lessons were in order to, of course, inspire others along the way. I know there was a point in my life, of course, where I used to be one who back, like, I don't know, in my 20s, maybe, I don't know, teens, 20s, stuff like that, who used to, of course, just say stuff, well, give replies, I put it that way, without thinking, taking my time to say, oh, should I say this or should I say that, or just speaking whatever's on my mind. I did that a lot, of course. Over the years, of course, it seems like people were saying that I was not thinking when I spoke and I was hurting their feelings, and someone would come back and say, of course, it was the truth, or that kind of thing as well. And thank you all for tuning in this morning. Hussein, Devinder, Abigail, thank you all for tuning in this morning. And of course, over time, like I said, that those comments and people not feeling comfortable with what I was saying or what I was speaking, that kind of thing caused me to shut down as far as what I was saying and how I was responding to things. And even though sometimes, yes, I know, because I had to get that under control, some of the things that were that kind of came off mean, or that I probably shouldn't have said in front of others, I guess I put it that way. So I had to pull them aside, say something, that kind of thing, which I understood that. But in my eyes, like I said, I mean, I felt it was the truth that I was speaking. What was the harm in that? And like I said, some people just don't know how to deal with that. I guess I put it that way. And some people think you are trying to either, I don't know, be better than them, or whichever the case may be, or you're just looking to hurt their feelings or that kind of thing, which wasn't the case at all. But like I said, after a certain point, I kind of just stopped responding to people in different ways and stopped saying things. I guess I put it that way. It wasn't until, I mean, of course, I kept saying stuff. I mean, I didn't stop talking at all. But I mean, I just stopped saying some of the things that that people were saying that always hurt their feelings, or that they said that made them uncomfortable, or whichever the case may have been. So like I said, I kind of shut a lot of that down. Yes, I did. I didn't stop speaking, of course, but I mean, like I said, I just stopped some of the things that I was saying that I felt was the truth. And over the years, of course, that took a toll on me. I mean, it may not took a toll on anybody else. So they really didn't care, I'm sure, of what I had to say, anything else after that point. But like I said, it took a toll on me, and I had to realize that I had to not limit myself because of others and the way that they felt and the way that they said I was being mean or making them feel uncomfortable, or whatever the case may have been, hurting their feelings and that kind of thing. Like I said, I had to get to the point to realize that. And that's the main reason why I'm doing these, not just not just this tea time show, but the videos in general. Like I said, I had to get to a point where I just said, to hell with all that. I'm going to have to speak whatever I know that I can speak. I guess I'd say that. No matter whose feeling it hurts. I mean, if it hurts feelings, I'm sure it will. That's going to be fine. I'm sure folks are going to disagree with some of the things I say, whether that's along the lines of anything political or religious, or anything in the experiences I've had because they've had something different or whatever the case may be. I'm sure folks may block me. I've gotten that before too, so I'm fine with that as well. Like I said, I'm sure there are going to be a lot who are many or some who are not going to agree with everything I have to say. I had to work on myself a lot last year actually in order to feel comfortable with that. Because like I said, I shut myself down for years actually, and so I wouldn't hurt anybody else's feelings or so I wouldn't make anybody feel uncomfortable. And like I said, that was one of the reasons why I started these live videos, is so I can speak what I needed to speak and get everything out that I needed to get out. The second one, good morning, Sharitha. How you are? I hope all is well this morning. And good morning, Bruce, Angela, Chantel. Oh my gosh, I can't pronounce. Hope I don't mess your name up. Is Wakoyala Cruz? I'm hoping that I pronounced that right. Good morning, you all. Thank you all for tuning in. And like I said, I had to get to a point where, I didn't have to get to a point. I got to a point where I was sick and tired of just holding everything in. I was suffering on the inside as far as me not being able to feel that I couldn't say what I wanted to say because I may hurt somebody else's feelings, or because somebody else may say, oh, I don't like you anymore, or I don't care what you have to say, or I'm not going to be your friend anymore, that kind of thing. Like I said, I had to get to a point where I said, fuck all them and fuck all that, and go ahead and speak my truth and speak my story as well. I knew at some point that I was going to be telling my story. I knew that. I felt all that coming. And which I've already done that. I've already been doing that. And of course, I don't care if anybody has anything to say about it. That's family included, family, friends, or whoever included. I know some may not have known the entire story or my entire story or that kind of thing. I can say you probably do now because it's all my videos last year and some of this year as well. But like I said, that's the reason why I'm doing these videos. I know there was a lot of people out there because I speak to them. I mean, I talk to them, whether it's online, people that I work with, or people that I see on the streets that I'm usually talking to and run my mouth with. A lot of people are scared to speak their truth, scared to be who they are, and just scared just to be them, I guess, be themselves. And like I said, I had to get to a point where I had to just go ahead and do that. Because like I said, on the inside, I was dying. I mean, I'm just like, not dying, literally dying, but I mean, I just wasn't living the person that I thought I should be living. I guess I'd say that. And speaking the truth as I saw it, as it needed to be spoken, I guess, by me. I guess you can say that. But like I said, I know a lot of people that are scared to, of course, be who they are, whether that's not even just on video, but just in life in general. I know many who, of course, may have been gay, scared to come out the closet, all kind of things. Scared to tell their parents that they have a different religion now, that they're practicing something different, or they have different political views after they've grown up and kind of experienced life and that kind of thing, and just scared to speak who they are. And like I said, that was the main reason why I started doing what I'm doing. Because I know there's, like I said, a lot of people out there who are scared to do what they want to do as far as speaking their truth and learning who they are, learning what kind of person they are, learning what they want, not what everybody else has instilled in them. And like I said, I had to get to that point, and I know that now. I know what I want. I know what I want to do and all those kind of things. I know that now. Yes, I'm 42 years old now, which is fine, but it took me that long or 41 years last year, in order to get to that point, in order to say this is what I want and not worry about how so-and-so is going to feel about it, or talk about religion and not worry about who's going to block me or say, oh, you're evil or you're a devil or that, which I was told that by a person, but which is fine. But like I said, I had to get to a point where I was okay with hearing those things. I've always been a strong person, so of course a lot of things I didn't really take a lot of things to offense at all. But some things, of course, I was like, oh my God, I'm just sick of this, I'm sick of that. So like I said, that's the main reason why I started to speak who I am and tell who I am, and like I said, tell my story and those kind of things. I knew that all the things that I went through, even though I know people may have went through something similar, or whether it was the sexual abuse or parents on drugs or domestic violence, that kind of thing. I know there's a lot of people out there who have been through things like that, whether they've been abused themselves or by a person that they're with, or whether they're on drugs and trying to figure out a way to do so. Like I said, I may not have experienced the drug usage myself or the domestic violence myself, but seeing my parents and other family and that kind of thing, growing up with stuff like that, like I said, I know my story was going to teach and inspire others to, of course, possibly evoke some kind of change or try to, I guess, get up and do something with their life. I guess I put it that way. And as far as, like I said, with these videos and things like that, and the tea time as well, I'll get to that too. But like I said, as far as the videos themselves, there are more to Yep, thank you, Abigail. I'm a lovely demon. I sure am. My horns are not, I guess these are all my 15, 16 horns. Actually, I put it that way. I'm just joking. But like I say, I'm a beautiful demon. Thank you, Abigail. But it's like I said, as far as me getting out there, and I'm actually the only one actually in my family that I know of, I guess that I know of that I know and see and stuff like that actually does live videos actually. And like I said, I know with all that, I know how family secrets can be on my mom's side. Well, dad, mom and I guess all my family, mom and dad's side. I know how family secrets can, of course, hurt you in the inside as far as you holding back as far as the sexual abuse or you seeing somebody using drugs or you being abused and you're scared to say something. I know how all that stuff because I mean, I was quiet for a long time. Didn't tell anybody what I went through, what was going on, what was going on in my life, what I've seen, unless they were right there with me. Other than that, they didn't see those things unless I told them those things. And like I said, I know I'm the only one in my family that's doing these kind of live videos, and I'm hoping to inspire some of them as well because they have other stories, of course, that I cannot speak and tell. I may have heard of the stories, of course, or they may have told me, or I may have seen some of the things or that kind of thing. But as far as them actually hopefully just one. If it's one more, that's fine. If not, that's fine as well, because I know how hard it is to actually to get out and say things about you being abused or you being using drugs or you seeing drug usage or that kind of thing. I know how hard that is. But like I said, in these videos, I want to hopefully, or not hopefully, but I'm looking to, of course, change some lives. I guess I'd say that with these lives. I guess that kind of rhymes. But I'm looking to change some lives. Like I said, I know there's a lot of people who are scared to speak their truth and scared to tell their story, but I had to realize within me telling all that there is many out there who need to hear your story, who need to hear your truth. Yes, they may not move right then or want to change right then, and that's fine. But as long as they take some of the nuggets that I'm giving, that whoever else is on this video, I know Abigail has done videos, Sharitha does videos, and many others on here does videos as well. So like I said, pass those nuggets along to people so they can see that there's others out there that's like them and who's been through what you've been through and who've been through what they've been through as well. And that they can see people, like I said, that's inspiring and that may motivate them to evoke some change. Like I said, that's the main reason why I'm doing these videos. And with the Tea Time show, because I don't think I said that when I started these, this should have probably been my first video actually, but that's all right. But like I said, with my vision, I mean, as far as me doing the Tea Time, my vision with Tea Time, I will, of course, talk about, I wrote down some topics. I have topics that I can write down. I wrote down already, which I will talk about those topics and try to stay on the topic as much as I can, because I know a lot of you all have seen my videos and know that I go off on tangents a lot. I guess I say that. But it's still something, you still learn something. I put it that way, but I just get off topic sometimes. So I'm going to try my best to stay on those topics. And, of course, like I said, I'll bring them to you every Sunday morning at 10 Central Time, because I'm here in St. Louis. But another thing I want to bring on these videos, growing up, I always noticed, of course I'm a woman, so I always noticed the women and the men, or the boys and the girls, being raised different in my family and in the neighborhood that I grew up in, and in other folks' household as well. It seems like the ladies were, or the girls, women, whatever you want to, I guess females were always the ones who, of course, was in the house taking care of the babies or the animals or whatever, or helping the mom cook or clean, that kind of thing. And or from my experience, and the boys are outside playing and didn't have many of those same responsibilities. But I also saw that most of the women, of course, were more emotional, which I know that I'm more emotional now, I guess I'd say that. But it was a time that I was, of course, more of a tomboy. I related more to the fellas and didn't cry and all those kind of things at all. Because I know I used to see us crying as a sign of weakness. And I know a lot of men and boys grow up with that as well. You can't cry, you're not a punk and all this kind of stuff. And crying isn't for men and all these kind of things. And that's one of the things I wanted to bring to Tea Time. It may not be right today because I don't have anybody to interview today, but I'm looking to, of course, interview a lot of men on this channel. Because I know we have a lot of, not saying that I don't care about the women's programs or that kind of thing at all, which I'm glad we have those. But every time, I've been saying this for the last, I don't know how many years actually. But I see a lot of women programs, I guess programs for women as far as self-care and getting yourself together and, I don't know, relationship issue, I guess, groups and things like that for women. They have a lot of conferences for women, that kind of thing that I see. And we don't have a lot of stuff out there for the men at all. And we always, well, us women want to say, where's our men? And why can't they stand up for me? And why can't they pay the bills right? And why can't they clean this right? Why can't they show me their emotions? A lot of them have not been taught that. We're taught that as women growing up in our households, yes, a lot every day, I'm sure. Drilled to hell into our heads, I'm sure. But like I said, in the households I grew up in and what I saw in the neighborhoods, a lot of men were not given those same kind of responsibilities or even taught how to feel emotion. Or so of course when they get into marriages, relationships, no, they're not going to be I can't say all men. I know some men are emotional and can show their emotions and have no problem doing that. But a lot of them that I saw still cannot do that to this day. As far as the crying, as far as the showing their emotions, as far as the men are supposed to run the household, and then when they get with the woman that's making more than them, oh my God, well, she thinks she this, and I can't be with this woman because she make more than me. Those kind of things. Like I said, I want to talk about those kind of things within my tea time video. Not just talk about them, but have interviews with guys to speak their story, to speak their truth as well. Like I said, a lot of times we as women, we're wondering why our men cannot step up to perform to what we want to see, as far as them, of course, actually managing the household, or I don't know, helping us with this issue, that kind of thing. Like I said, a lot of our men wasn't taught that. As far as me seeing that, I don't know about you all, if you all have experienced that, but a lot of them that I saw have not been taught that and still are not taught that. So like I said, I want to come on Tea Time at some point, once I get some guys to interview some guys about their experiences as far as growing up and some of the barriers that they overcame as far as actually being able to express emotion and actually being, because I know we see a lot of times women are raising the kids, that kind of thing, but there are men out there who raise kids as well and stay at home while their wife works and that kind of thing. Like I said, there's a lot of stereotypes and stigmas that we have as far as our men goes. I'm not just talking about black men at all, any race of men. Well, most race of men, like, because I can't say any, I don't know who all experiences this, that kind of thing, but I know in the black where I grew up at, they experienced that, so I'm sure a lot of others did as well. And like I said, I'm not just going to focus on black men at all, so I know there's a lot of men out there who go through the exact same thing as women go through, have been sexually abused, and some, yes, they have been physically abused as well by different people in the family or even their partners. Like I said, there are some men out there who are single parents, who do take care of the kids in the household while their women work. Like I said, there are some things that we need to start discussing and talking about to get some of these stereotypes, I guess, out of the way and that kind of thing, so we can know what's going on with our men. There was back last year, there was, like, with the Catholic Church, which I know some of y'all may be Catholic, which I'm fine with that, but there was some issues with the Catholic Church as far as some of the people that were coming out saying that they were sexually abused by the pastor, the fathers and the sisters and that kind of thing. Like I said, there's a lot of men that's been sexually abused and who are scared to speak that and scared to tell that. And I know us women, we have, like I said, we have a lot of damn groups that we can go to, a lot of conferences that we can go to and get ourselves together and focus on healing ourselves and that kind of thing, but I do not see that for our men. And like I said, I don't know if I'm going to start something like that. I guess I could, but like I said, I'm going to start with these tea time videos. Like I said, I'm going to start with start interviewing some men who have overcame a lot of those issues and who are not scared to speak their story and inspire other men to, of course, do the same. So like I said, that's where I see that going as far as tea time and what I envision with this show. I guess I'd say that. And of course, you'll see me come along sometimes doing some other random videos throughout the week, but the main focus will be here on Sunday mornings at 10 Central Time. And I'm going to actually end it there, but like I said, as far as why I'm doing this, I want to make sure that others who do not have a voice, I'm using my voice to speak for them until they can get out there and start speaking their truth and telling their story. And then, of course, to use this, my show, to help those men who may have not spoken their entire story and want to do so and start doing so, and inspiring other men to, of course, speak their story and tell their truth as well, and to also step up in their households as well, or in their relationships, or in their jobs, or in their marriages, or whichever the case may be. So like I said, that's what I envision with this tea time show. And I want to thank you all again for tuning in somewhere. Let me see. Hussein, Devender, Abigail, Wakoyala, I think, Cruz, Chantel, Angela, Bruce, Sharitha. I don't know if anybody else is on here, but thank you all this morning for tuning in. And like I said, I will, of course, I'm gonna go back through the comments sometime today and go ahead and get them all and go ahead and reply to you all as far as the comments and those kind of things go, to let you all know that I appreciate you all being on here and, of course, responding to what you all got to say. I guess I said that because I see a lot of comments. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Like I said, again, I thank you all for tuning in this morning. And for those who catch the replay, do enjoy. And I do hope that just by you watching this video, if you or someone that you know possibly change something within, that they don't have to make a big change, that's fine, but just get some kind of inspiration as far as how they can possibly start, start telling their truth and speaking their story. It does not have to be through a live video. You can write Facebook posts or get your own blog or that kind of thing. You don't have to do it through that way. Or if you want to stand on stages and speak. I hope to get there one day as well, standing on stages, speaking in front of crowds and that kind of thing. But like I said, for right now, this is going to be on live video until I get to that point. I know there's a lot of people that's at home, in their living rooms and their cars and things like that, who may not see me on the stage speaking, or may not get the opportunity to see me or whoever else it is on stage speaking. For one, those costs. And two, some folks may not be able to travel to see that. So like I said, as far as me speaking on these lives, this is a free service through Facebook, so a lot of people will be able to see this. And like I said, hopefully I can inspire somebody somewhere along the lines to create some kind of change in their life. I guess I'd say that. I mean, like I said, I want to thank you all again for tuning in this morning. And everybody have an awesome Sunday. And I will see you all next Sunday at 10 o'clock Central Time for tea time. And thank you all again.